here are the 5 reasons why you should buy a home this year. Hey, it's Chris Thompson with Keller Williams here. Just wanted to say that 2023 is the perfect time to buy a house. This is the best year for you to buy a house that we have seen at least 4 years, maybe longer. But don't wait any longer. If you are thinking about buying a house, this is the year and this is the time of year to do it. Let's talk about why. For those of you who have been dreaming of home ownership but have been waiting for the right moment, the time has come. It is now. With mortgage rates finally falling, or at least stabilizing, and residential real estate market starting to balance out, 2023 is the year to buy your dream home. After 2 years of home sellers calling the shots, the tides are finally turning and buyers are getting the edge that they deserve. And a couple of reasons why, just right off the bat, the Federal Reserve has indicated they will keep interest rates at the current level or some small ticks up. And the buying market is already starting to open up a little more because of that. The competition for existing homes are lower than they have been in years. Not only are interest rates stabilizing, but the new construction issues we had in the last year or so that was caused by supply chain issues are also being eased. That means that new homes, new construction homes are available on the market for buyers to choose from. And builders are offering incentives to buyers again because they don't want to hold on to their inventory. So, number one, prices are coming down. The mega high prices that we saw in 2020 and 2021 have finally hit a plateau. It took a good chunk of 2022 until mid-June for many sellers to realize that 2021 is long gone and they need to be more realistic with the pricing and condition of their home. We had a slight shift in the market from June until January 2nd, but prices are stabilizing again. And in our market here in Tampa, now is the time to take advantage of these declining prices and find your dream home at a more affordable price. Second reason why it's a great year to buy a house. The Federal Reserve is slowing down. The Federal Reserve is slowing down its policy of the substantial interest rate hikes that it's been doing over the last year or so. And that means that more buyers will be able to purchase a home at a little bit lower rate. Home prices have been reduced to a more reasonable level as well because of this. So what they're doing is working. It's what they wanted to do, is stop home prices from going up so fast. And they expect that this trend will continue for most of the rest of this year. And because of that, the competition to buy a home has gone down just a bit. There's not as much multiple offer situations as we saw in the last couple of years. Third biggest reason, it's time to buy a house. The pandemic's over. Yay! Buyers will have an opportunity to negotiate again in 2023 and even more so in 2024. The spike in home prices just wasn't sustainable, and it was a direct result of the pandemic. During the dark days of the pandemic, there were many desperate and emotional purchases, which drove up prices and restricted inventory. That's a perfect storm of supply versus demand issues, and that sent prices shooting to the moon. The storm has passed, thankfully. Fourth reason, it's time to buy a house in 2023, and it's the perfect opportunity for you. Here's something for a certain segment of the market that's going to be a big deal over the next at least 2 years or more. Changing residential market taste. So while single-family homes will continue to dominate the market and be popular, of course, the United States condo market is returning in full swing. It started a little bit of a trend before the pandemic hit, and then it stopped. But now, life as we knew it back then is returning, with employees being called back into work at the office, people wanting to get out more and more and less to do at the house. They want a simpler life, and that is drawing people back to urban dwelling, especially with condo living. Condo prices are now more affordable and negotiable than single-family residences in many cases. You can actually live near a beach or a major metropolitan area with lots of things to do for a very reasonable mortgage every month compared to a single-family home farther away that might not suit your needs. So a lot of younger people specifically and empty nesters are deciding that now's the time to move to a condo and get more of the lifestyle they want as opposed to a bigger house. The fifth best reason for you to buy a house this year. Strong signals from the stock market. Across the U.S., there seems to be a general sigh of relief that the worst has passed, so consumer confidence is ticking up. Inflation has peaked, interest rates have peaked, home prices have peaked, and the stock market, especially the NASDAQ, which is pretty tech heavy, has seen a big rebound, and that's instilling a much higher level of confidence in consumers across the U.S. One of the most important things a home buyer should do right now is to stay hopeful and stay prepared. Don't assume that just because you're having trouble finding a home today or right now, or you can't afford a house at today's rates, doesn't mean that you'll never be a homeowner. If you have a little patience and you're willing to compromise on some things, like how many bathrooms your house needs or what specific neighborhood you're going to be in, you can make your dream of homeownership a reality. Being prepared financially when a good deal arises is extremely important right now. Be diligent about saving your money. Make all your monthly payments on any debt you have on time. Protect your credit. It's also important to work with a great lender who can get you a great rate and fees. We've been in the business 25 years, so we know some great lenders. One last thing to keep in mind is that here in Florida, Governor DeSantis implemented a Hometown Heroes Mortgage Assistance Program. It's relatively easy to qualify, and there are lots of professions that fall under this program. You can get up to $25,000 towards down payment and closing costs. And while the money is a loan, you don't have to pay anything back on that loan until and unless you sell the house. Super helpful for those who want to buy a house and have great credit, but you don't have a lot of money saved. So call us today if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We'd love to help you.